as a quick recap for last stream, I got barely anything done. Um, Honestly, I'll be totally real with you. I was supposed to get like I'm pretty sure I got through all of the Sunken Isle stuff. I got through all of that. I don't know if that was last stream or the stream before. Honestly, can't remember. But oh, hold on a second. I just need to make sure that my camera's actually working. Is the live stream actually functioning? Or am I good? Okay, we're good. We're good. Gotcha. So, yeah, I got the Virsuv Island done. And and then past that, I was supposed to get all of the main narrative done, and I didn't at all. I was bad. I let my creativity run wild yesterday, and I have like a bunch more characters now. I have more fucking tabs than I should probably. Yeah, it's whatever, honestly. I wish I was more productive, but you know what? At the end of the day, this is how streams are gonna go. So, now what? That's the question. That is the question. Alright, well. Oh, yeah, by the way, new overlay. What's up, Liz? And I think that should have shown up, right? Ooh, okay. Damn. Guess the chat thing is not working after all. So, give me just a second. I gotta go into here. Alright. I'm supposed to have a little chat thing like right over here. But it seems as if that it is not working. So, let's figure that out. Woo! We love to see it. We love to see the fact that this is just not working. Yes, I do know what lurking is. I do it enough in pretty much every Discord I've ever been in that I definitely understand what it is. Okay, I gotta fix this. Okay. Alright. There we go. I gotta turn up the opacity. Yep, yep. Alright. Huh. That's interesting that it's actually interesting. Okay. Alright, now I gotta go into OBS, and now I gotta fix it. Give me just a second. Oh, shoot. Go back here. Go into... Nope, not that one. Man, I was hoping to not have to deal with this at all, but it seems that I was sorely mistaken. Okay. Remove this. Go back over here. Make sure this actually saved. Save it. Copy URL. Then we move back over here. Add the browser. Add this. Okay. I've done this so many goddamn times while editing this shit. I swear to God. One of these days, I will function like a normal person and not have to do stream setup stuff every other stream that I do. It's lovely. It's lovely. All right. And then we do that. We do that. All right. Then we do this. All right. You know what? Let's just hope that's working, because I have no idea if it is or not. I'll find out fairly quickly. Does it show up now? Does it show up now? Okay, you know what? I see this box down here. This should be chat. I'm gonna hope it's chat. Who knows at this point? All right. without having somebody here giving me way too many funny ideas, I can actually make some progress today. That's the hope. That is the hope, that is the pray. Alright. Okay, so where was I at last time? Right, entirely off track. Love to see it. So, party wakes up together on a small sandy beach. They feel battered and exhausted as if they'd fallen into a stormy sea. Sea behind them is swirling like a new colored thing. Yeah, sea is now incredibly dangerous. Party wakes up with two other survivors, Finnegan and Beatrice Vinewall. Wake up, couple members is going. Other couple members is going up, sleeping, waking up here, nothing else. And the same to the party members are also separated. Gotcha. Okay. Then there's the path. Path leads to Nabig, which we'll have in the Island Ideas thing somewhere. And then, yeah, time skip has happened between the party getting swept up by Lesser Magistorm, 2 months specifically. And then the party decides what to do next. That's the question. That is the question. Party decides what to do next. Okay, now going through groups of National Navy sorters and a lieutenant barges into the building, right? Okay, so that means I have to go into the explanation of the world military. Jesus, I'm just stuttering all over the place today. An organization dedicated to establishing order throughout the islands, regulating merchant goods and disputes. Originally, it was instituted by the nations that were present before the Lesser Magistorm. They now Magistorm as a means of instituted as a joint by the nations that initially made up that initially controlled the islands before the Lesser Magistorm as an attempt to stop the islands from mostly self-governing due to the power vacuum caused by the nations by all these nations' total destruction, total disassemblance. That is not a word. Yeah, due to the power vacuum caused by all the nations' total, what would you call it? Originally, it was instituted as a joint operation by the nations that initially controlled the islands before the Lesser Magistorm as an attempt to stop the islands from mostly self-governing. Due to the power vacuum caused by all the nations' total destruction, the army, the world military has become incredibly corrupt as a result. We'll add more and more to this as this goes on. Specifically because I mean, we're going to have a bunch of different characters here in terms of like leader of the military, all of that. I could make a commander now. And what I don't like the word world military. I could maybe call it the joint. Joint something? What do I call the world military / navy / force? I call it? Goddamn. It's not going to be called the World Military. I just dislike the name. World Military is too easy. Like Explorers Union I really like a lot, but at the end of the day, it's not anything like the goddamn just World Military. It's so annoying. Like the joint. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Let's look up different names of militaries. Different names for militaries. Hmm. Naval, service, paramilitary, mercenary, militant. Maybe militant? How about the cross nation joint militant? The joint militant force? Cross nation joint militant force. Maybe. Or the CNJMF? Eh. I don't like the acronym a lot, but eh, you know. It's the Cross Nation Joint Militant Force. Hmm. I like Cross Nation Joint, but maybe militant's the wrong word? Hmm. Not subjugation, but there's gotta be like. Not a synonym, but. It's the Cross Nation Joint Task Force? No. Um. Hmm. The islands. Just go enforcement force. Make it sound dumb as hell. The Sinjef. 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 I mean, I guess Cross Nation Joint Militant Force isn't a bad title. I could go militia. Yeah. Cross Nation United Militia. How about we go the United Militant Front? United Militant Force, United Militia Force. The United Militant Force, or the UMF. Hello, welcome to the stream. I see somebody else pop in. I'm just writing D&D stuff. Writing D&D notes for a campaign, basically. Coming up with a joint military force. It's great. We love it here. The United Militant Force, United Militia Force. Militia? United Militant Force. United Militia? Militant? It's the United something force. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What do I call this? The United Militia Force, maybe? No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There's something here. I like United Blank Force, but I need something that is actually a name. And I can't think of anything. Of the four viewers here, you got any ideas? I need a joint military name made by multiple nations to police self-governing islands that weren't under control previously. Need a good name for it. But no, can't think of anything. Creative mind just is not working right now. We'll come back to it. That seems like the easiest way to do it. An organization dedicated to establishing the order throughout the islands, regulating merchant goods and disputes. Originally, it was instituted as a joint operation by the nations that initially controlled the islands for the Lesser Magistorm. Acts as an attempt to police the islands. Police the islands under under the nation's control that were previously self-governing. Due to the power vacuum caused by all the nation's total destruction. The world military has become incredibly corrupt as a result. Okay. Due to the previous leader of the United Brain Force. Man, I really need to come up with a good name for this. The United Blank Force. The United Joint Force? No, that's just bad. United Enforcement Team? No. Force Union. What do I name this? I can't think of anything. The United Blank Force. The United... United Task Force? Oh, the United Armed Forces, maybe? I don't know. I do not know. The United Blank Force. United Armed Forces? I mean, armed doesn't sound too bad, but it also doesn't really feel right. United Armed Forces? United Naval Forces? United Naval Forces. I mean, naval works. I like that a lot better than everything else. Now I'm kind of second guessing United, though. Yeah, the Cross Nation Joint Naval Forces. I mean, CNJNF. It's not bad. The Sunjumf. I don't know. Cross Nation Joint Naval Forces. Man, I am so stuck on this. I don't know why I can't think of anything. Cross Nation Joint Naval Forces. I mean, we could honestly just go with the Joint Naval Forces. I mean, you know what? That's going to be the working title for now. I need to move past this, and I like it just enough that it's going to work, whether I really wanted to or not. Previously, the Joint Naval Forces being lost in action during the Lesser Magistorm. The second in command officer, Naval Forces. General Roderick. I like Roderick Croft for the name. The officer holding second in command. Vice General. Lost in action during the Lesser Magistorm. The officer holding second in command. Vice General. Or I guess I'd go Admiral. What is the command structure of the U.S. Navy? Civilian leadership, naval operations chief, operating forces, all overseen. That's command structure of the Navy. Interesting. Chief Admiral. Vice Admiral. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that. We'll call them admirals. I think that'll work. Due to the previous leader of Joint Naval Forces, I'm going to add it the Joint Naval Forces. Due to the previous leader of the Joint Naval Forces, Chief Admiral Roderick Croft, being lost in action during the Lesser Magistorm, the officer holding second in command, Vice Admiral. Kind of want to name him Jeff for some reason. I really don't know. I do not know. Okay. Read through this one more time. It helps me focus. An organization dedicated to establishing order throughout the islands. Regulating merchant goods and disputes. Originally, it was instituted as a joint operation by the nations that initially controlled the islands before the Lesser Magistorm, acts as an attempt to police the islands under the nations' control that were previously self-governing. Due to the power vacuum caused by all the nations' total destruction, the world military has become incredibly corrupt as a result. Due to the previous leader of the Joint Naval Forces, Chief Admiral Roderick Croft, being lost in action due to the Lesser Magistorm, the officer holding second in command, Vice Admiral. I want his name to start with an SL for some reason. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know at all. I do not know whatsoever. Okay. Due to the previous leader of the Joint Naval Forces, Chief Admiral. An officer holding in second command, Vice Admiral Celine. Celine? Random dude name. kind of like Oscar. That'll work. Oscar, I need a last name. Last name for the Vice Admiral Oscar. I wonder what the fuck I'm gonna do. Due to the previous leader of the Joint Naval Forces, Chief Admiral Roger Croft, being lost in action during the Lesser Magistorm, the officer holding second in command, Vice Admiral Oscar Slouch? Sleen? Oscar Cervic. Okay, I'm fine with that. Oscar Cervic. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. Command of the army. Okay, now I need to make 2 new character descriptions. Chief Admiral, I need Roderick Croft. And then I need a new note titled Oscar Cervic. Okay. Okay, so Roger Croft is the original leader of this organization. Now, I know this is a little cliche, all things considered, but it might be a fun storyline to go through later. But I want, like, this leader to be, like, genuinely fucking courageous. Like, somebody who has gained the respect of every single country that was, like, previously established before the immediate storm, right? Swear to God, Rabbit. Come on, man. Dude, stop it. Okay, back to this. Um, I want this man to be like a courageous leader that has done like countless goods for all the countries as he traveled through them. A fucking hero in his own right that was appointed head of the military by all of them in order to keep the order, right? So I'm thinking, war hero and how do I want to start this out? How have I started out the other ones? Like just okay, yeah. I'm thinking like 58-year-old or 48-year-old war hero. What race do I want this guy to be? Hmm. 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 48-year-old war hero. I don't know. Give me D&D races. What do we got here? D&D races. Maybe. Okay, just give me a bunch of different things. Hmm. I might go Kenku. Great, I have to buy the book for Kenku. Kenku race description. People stripped of their flight and their true forces and left. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Great. Never mind. I do not want him to be a Kenku. That would be annoying as hell to figure out. You know what? He could just be a bugbear. That is true. Yeah, I could go bugbear. I could just go human, but I don't think so. Smart dragonborn, Goliath, orc, tiefling, human, elf, halfling, dwarf. I could just make him a dwarf. Yeah. Dwarf race. Yep, I think I'm just gonna make him a dwarf, honestly. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I'm thinking like 200-year-old dwarf. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go like very seasoned, very yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go this. Like 200-year-old dwarf, yeah. Uh-huh. War hero. War hero and consultant. Hmm. Consultant for the now destroyed countries that ruled over the Shattered Isle. Considered a war hero. Uh, Previously led the what did I call it again? I think it was the Joint Naval Force. Yeah, the Joint Naval Forces. Previously led the Joint Naval Forces as Chief Admiral. Considered a war hero. Okay. You know what? Actually, this is something that I want to put down here. We're going courageous, idealistic, level-headed, and incredibly intelligent. And tactical. You know what? Let's go tactical instead. Courageous, idealistic, level-headed, and tactical. Previously led the Joint Naval Forces as Chief Admiral, but due to being lost in action after the Lesser Magistorm, lost his title and rank. Party meets him. You know what? In a quest that has not uh, been that has not been created yet, put said quest here when party meets him in a quest that's not been created. I put said quest here when it is written. Party meets him in a quest that's not been created yet. Put said quest here. Has no alive family members. North has no alive family members. Has no living family. Is incredibly skilled in both combat and leadership roles. In combatant and leadership roles. Yeah. Is incredibly skilled in both combatant and leadership roles. He's proved himself time and time again. Incredibly capable. Courageous, idealistic, level-headed, and tactical. Previously joined the naval forces as chief admiral, but due to being lost in action at the Lesser Magistorm, lost his title and rank and was considered dead. Um, hmm. is outraged at the idea of Oscar Cervic being Chief Admiral. Is outraged at the idea of Oscar Cervic being Chief Admiral. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Chose Oscar Cervic as his Chief Admiral due to the high difference of opinion. That is shared between them. They would argue constantly. And this is Chief Admiral, this is Vice Admiral. Well, due to the high difference of opinion that is shared between them, they would argue constantly. What to do. What to do in about what path they should follow when it comes to disputes. Argue constantly about what path they should follow when it outraged at the idea of being Chief Admiral in his absence. Alright, then we move over to Oscar Cervic. We have 28-year-old human. Is the Vice Admiral. Incredibly pessimistic. Pessimistic. An incredibly pessimistic and ruthless leader. That believes in victory at all costs. Victory at all costs. Looks at what's at conflicts. 28-year-old human, an incredibly pessimistic and ruthless leader that believes in victory at all costs. Actually, I want him to be 32. I don't know why. Makes more sense to me. Looks at conflicts objectively and considers loss of life a statistic rather than a tragedy. Well, again, yeah, it's ruthless, cunning, but also incredibly tactical, right? Yeah. Ruthless, cunning, pessimistic. Distrusting. But, however, also highly capable as a tactician. Let's see. Let's see. Do I want to give this guy a family or not? I don't know. Human, incredibly pessimistic and ruthless leader that believes in victory at all costs, looks at conflict objectively and considers loss of life a statistic rather than a tragedy. Ruthless, cunning, pessimistic, distrusting, however also highly capable as a tactician. I would probably, has a wife but no children. Has a wife but no children. But does not let that notion show in any professional setting. Actually, you know what? I want Roger Kraft to like kids, but not like in the weird way. I don't want anybody to think in the weird way, but I do want him to thing. Previously, but due to being lost in action. Party meets him in a quest not created yet. Has no living family, but loves kids. But loves looking after and taking care of children. At the military base. Can be found in the daycare center. Oh, I need to make an island as like a base for the... I see, okay. I'm gonna need to make an island idea that's like a military base that these people have like taken over and used it and created like a military stronghold kind of thing. Those looking after and taking care of children at the military base can be found in the daycare center. Can regularly be found at the daycare. Any given naval base. Any given naval base. Yeah, we're saying Oscar Cervic hates kids. I know it's like a very cliched thing to make these characters polar opposites, but at the end of the day, I think that having that dichotomy is really cool. And I think that having Oscar Cervic not necessarily be like stereotypical villain, but like just a very distrusting, ruthless, very cunning military strategist. It would be why like Roderick like would pick him as like a lighthearted, idealistic guy because you need somebody like that when you're like accurately doing military strategies. It makes it the fact that he's not just like a straight up villain at least gives meaning as to why he's in the position in the first place. And the reason that Roderick like would be upset would be because he doesn't have like it. You need both of those views, right? So I think that having it, I don't want him to be like obviously fucking awful. He needs to have like a point, right? I like it when villains have a point. They're not going about what they want the right way, hardly ever. But when a villain has a point, it makes their story all the more compelling, and you start to not really blame them. Hates taking care of children. So yeah, I think having this like dichotomy is honestly cool, and I quite like that. Was previously the vice admiral of the vice admiral of the Joint Naval Forces, and was handpicked by Roderick Kraft to be his second in command. Constantly bickers. With Roderick, but ultimately respects him deeply for his for his high intelligence and strategic ability. Yeah, I think I like that. I like having just these. I'll add in the quest here eventually. Due to his distrust in his methods. Outraged at the idea of Oscar Cervic being Chief Admiral. You know what? Actually, I won't make him outraged. I want him to be deeply concerned at the idea of Oscar Cervic being the new Chief Admiral, not due to a distrust in his ability, but a just inability to lead a force, but his overall lack of compassion and understanding. But is worried will lead to dire consequences. Yeah. Deeply concerned with the idea of Oscar Cervic being the new Chief Admiral, not due to a distrust in his ability to lead a force, but is worried his overall lack of compassion and understanding will lead to dire consequences. Consequences lead to a shift in military a shift in priorities for the military. Deeply concerned at the idea of Oscar Cervic being the new Chief Admiral, not due to a distrust in his ability to lead a force, but his overall lack of compassion and understanding will lead to a shift in priorities for the military. Also compassionate. Also compassionate and also compassionate. You know what? We're going to also say kind and understanding. Yeah. You know what? Have I been putting a space in all of these? Yes, I have. Okay, then I will continue doing so. Previously, the vice became the Chief Admiral after the disappearance of Roderick Croft. Became the Chief Admiral after the disappearance of Roderick Croft. How does Oscar Cervic think about this? I have gotten so far off track, but you know what? This is really important for fleshing out what I'm about to do next, because the party's next like story-based encounter, which will be on the Grand Bazaar, will be with an officer from the Grand Military or from the Joint Naval Forces. And filling this out now just means that I can act accordingly with how they would operate now that Oscar Cervic is in charge, right? Incredibly pessimistic and ruthless leader that believes in victory at all costs, looks at conflict objectively and considers loss a statistic rather than a tragedy. Ruthless, cunning, pessimistic, mistrusting, however, as also highly capable also highly capable as a tactician. However, is highly capable. Has a wife but no children, cares for his wife deeply, but does not let that emotion show any affection. Hates taking care of children. Previously Vice Admiral of the Joint Naval Forces, was handpicked by Roger Kraft to be his second in command. He constantly bitches about ability who respects him deeply for his intelligence and strategic ability. Became Chief Admiral after the disappearance of Roger Kraft. I'm gonna say it. How do I want to put this? Like the military under. I'm gonna have to put this under the Joint Naval Forces itself. Before the Lesser Magistorm. When Roger Kraft led the organization, the army. It was seen as a kind and productive organization meant to help the people. For the Lesser Magistorm, when Roger Kraft led the organization, it was seen as a kind and productive organization meant to help the people of. Meant to help the people of the Shattered Isle. Now due to Oscar Cervix approach to military action. I've added this to dictionary already. I don't give a shit. Before the Lesser Magistorm and Roger Kraft led the organization, it was seen as a kind and productive organization meant to help the people of Shattered Isle. But now, due to Oscar Service's approach to military action, is now seen as highly distrusted, as highly corrupt, and only a force of evil in the eyes of the public. Alright, now I need to go into Oscar Cervic. However, this change of strategy and his overall distrusting nature has caused the military, has caused the Joint Naval Forces to become highly corrupt. Become highly corrupt in power trip. Highly corrupt through power trips. Power tripping officers. Power tripping officers. Overall, it's become a massive mess. And you know what? I think I might leave it there. The way that I have been writing this campaign is that I want a starting point, right? I want like a main narrative that the players follow. But at the end of the day, they choose to explore what storyline they want to explore, right? They could like just they could go out of their way to go and save Roderick Kraft. I'll give them the option for that. They'll have like a mission on the board or anything like that. And like try and like reform the military to be closer to a force for good than it used to be, or they could just leave the Joint Naval Forces and just fight their fucking way through it, or they could just become incredibly corrupt themselves. And I think this description on its own is enough of a starting point that I can move forward. Because I have the leader, and then I can make officers of that. I can basically make an officer now that the characters do meet, or that the players meet in the main narrative, which I will be doing now. Okay. Finally, they will end up at the Grand Bazaar. Gerald fills in the party what happened. Time goes down between the party getting swept up by the Lesser Magistorm. 2 months. Lesser Magistorm shuffled a bunch of downs around. There was no detailed map yet of the surrounding area. Party gets told the refugee encampment. Refugee encampment explores Union Hall and the travel center. Party decides once again. Eventually, they will end up at the Grand Bazaar, as that is their only option to keep moving forward. Okay. Now, party finishes up. A group of National Navy soldiers and a lieutenant barges into the building. Themselves are nondescript in uniform, wearing metal helmets that cover their face. Lieutenant is just about the opposite, striking sharp features, a long head, sharp jawline, bushy eyebrows. Harold. I called him Harold. I can keep Harold. I don't mind the name Harold when it comes to an officer. Well, Harold. What is a good last name for, like, just a squad leader in this? Squad. Yeah, just like squad captain. Harold. I keep wanting to think like Longhorn. I don't know if I like Harold Longhorn. Harold. I don't know. Let's go Harold Longhorn. Why not? Does anybody else have a name that is like slightly hornbread? Hmm. Eh. Um. Hmm. Harold Longsleeve? That's a dumbass name. Harold. Hmm. Long South. Hmm. I'd go Long Shell. Hmm. That'll work. I like Long Shell. Oh. Maybe it'll. Okay. Yeah. Harold Long Shell. Um. But first, before I continue with this guy, because I need to stop making new characters. Huh? Alright, I'm sorry, Gworded. You're gonna have to tell me what that means, as I am a dumb American who can only speak English, and that, I'll be totally real with you, does not make much sense to me. I'll be real. I don't mean to be insensitive, but, oh boy. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. If you could elaborate, that would be incredible. Hmm. All right, back to main narrative. Okay. Party decides what to do next. Eventually, end up at the Grand Bazaar. Mm-hmm. At the Grand Bazaar. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What's to do next? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Heavily. Gerald heavily incentivizes them to head to the Grand Bazaar and sign up at the Explorers Union Hall. That's Explorers Union Hall. Mm-hmm. 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 As adventurers and surveyors. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, is my chat just still not working? Okay, I'll have to fix that at some point. It's whatever, honestly. I've kind of just given up. I haven't noticed up to this point, and I think that at the end of the day, I'll figure it out some other time. All right. Gerald heavily incentivizes them to head to the Grand Bazaar and sign up for the Explorers Union Hall as a veterans survey. Party decides what to do next. Probably ends up at the Grand Bazaar. Mm-hmm. Probably ends up at the Grand Bazaar. All right, I do not have that specific folder held up yet, so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When the party. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Eventually, the party takes a vessel from Yunrej to the Grand Bazaar. Mm-hmm. They will eventually make their way to the uh, Explorers Union Hall. All right. Okay. You know, actually, I don't want to have an Explorers Union Hall on the on this island specifically. I think that's a bad idea, as they might try and like just skip past the Grand Bazaar, and I want the Grand Bazaar thing to happen in the first place. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Refugee temporary encampment area dedicated to temporary housing for refugees offered to the party. Village schedules for entering and leaving Union Rush towards the Grand Bazaar. Yeah. Alright, now I need to go towards Grand Bazaar and figure out, is it a grand trading and commerce hub carved out of a giant mountain located directly at the center of the plain? You can find anything here as long as you know where to find it. Entire mountain is supposedly hollow. Different zone resources, though few have access to all. Floor gets higher and higher up as the mountain goes. Yeah, okay. I don't like a lot of this. Also acts as a uh, travel hub for adventurers. Also acts as a travel hub for adventurers and a. You know what? I don't like a lot of this stuff. Yeah, okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're rewriting all of this in now. Nope, I just like any of this. Grand Trading and Commerce Hub, carved out of a giant mountain located directly at the center of the plain. Acts as a hub. Acts as a hub for all different kinds of people, including all notable organizations and including all known organizations. Act as a hub for all kinds of people, including all known organizations, travelers, adventurers, mercenaries, and the like. You can get anything done here. Let's see. A giant mountain-like island covered with tunnels and buildings gouged out throughout the mountain surface, containing pretty much all the shops and more. Giant mountain with tunnels and buildings gouged out throughout the mountain surface. A grand trading and commerce hub located directly at the center of the plain. Acts as a hub for all different kinds of people, including all known organizations, travelers, adventurers, mercenaries, and the like. Party arrives here immediately after leaving Yunrej. To register with the Explorers Union. Register with the Explorers Union. That actually would probably be put under quest ideas. Okay, I don't really care. I do like the other two quest ideas. I just don't like the rest of them. Okay. A giant mountain with giant mountain. A giant mountain coming up. You know what? A giant volcano. A giant dormant volcano. Rising up from the seafloor. Up. With tunnels and buildings gouged out throughout the mountain surface. Acts as a grand trading and commerce hub carved out of a giant mountain located directly at the center of the plain. Is located at the geographic center of the plain. As a hub for pretty much everything going on. Major trade operations. Everything going on in this channel. Holds bases for the 3 major organizations. Explorers Union. The Joint Naval Forces. And the final one, which I have not written down yet, but I know I'm going to, the Collective of Past Knowledge. Now, for those of you watching at home or on here for some reason, these 3 major organizations, the Explorers Union, the one where it's the Explorers Union, the mostly positive force that is basically, it's just a bunch of adventurers and people who have either been displaced or looking for money or anything like that, joining an organization in the hopes of surveying new islands and rescuing those who have been displaced by the Lesser Magistorm, right? The Joint Naval Force, ultimately a very corrupt force, in a corrupt and negative force in the campaign that has a bunch of people, bunch of corrupt officials, acting entirely out of own self-interest, and is just generally a force of contention for the party. And then there's the Collective of Past Knowledge. Now, this is a scholarly type organization dedicated entirely to understanding or collecting, understanding, and preserving the knowledge of the previous civilization that inhabited this area, right? Here, hold on. We're gonna add this here. Collective of Past Knowledge. And we're going to take out the on this one. Just, I don't know. Having the there is annoying. Collective of Past Knowledge. This is an organization dedicated to the collection, understanding, and preservation of knowledge. Of knowledge related to the an organization dedicated to the collection, understanding, and preservation of knowledge related to the what's it called? An organization dedicated to the collection, understanding, and preservation of knowledge related to the past civilization from 2,000 years ago. And you know what? This is all I'm going to put here for now, because I have a lot of ideas when it comes to this spot. And actually, since I have no viewers, and if any people from YouTube are watching this specifically, this specific organization might become the big bad of the campaign. The BBEG, Big Bad Evil Guy, or I guess the Big Bad Evil Thingamabob. It is, this is a force that, or an organization that was originally completely dedicated to figuring out what happened to the past civilization and everything like that. And, you know, we have a very unexplained little Magistorm that happened that shook up everything a little bit ago. And let's just say that maybe the Collective of Past Knowledge, this very scholarly and neutral party in pretty much everything, like willing to deal with anyone who has any type of knowledge, regardless of how they got it, whether it was through legal means or not. Um, let's just say they may have had a hand in what happened again, right? We could, you know, it could always happen. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So, who knows there, but I have a feeling that this one specifically might just end up being the BBEG. But we'll see. We will see. All right. I am going to put a little blurb here. Before the Lesser Magistorm. Uh, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Is known as a known and understood as a scholarly and neutral organization whose only goal is obtaining knowledge of the past. Collective of past knowledge. Known and understood as a scholarly and neutral organization whose only goal is obtaining knowledge from the past. Has no real moral input. Has no moral obligations of obtaining info, legally or not. As a source of income for the party throughout the campaign. Acts as a source of income for the party throughout the campaign, as the party can sell whatever knowledge they gain from an organization dedicated to the collection, understanding, and preservation of knowledge related to the past civilization from 2,000 years ago. Known and understood as a scholarly and neutral organization whose only goal is obtaining knowledge of the past. Has no moral obligations of obtaining info legally or not. Acts as a source of income for the party throughout the campaign, as the party can sell whatever knowledge they gain from their adventures to... Hello and welcome to the stream, new viewer. I'm writing notes for my D&D campaign, that's it. The title, I'm supposed to be condensing notes from this main narrative, but honestly, I keep getting sidetracked because I have to write the main narrative while I'm condensing, and it's been a process. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it'll be a bit. Welcome to the club. And if you have any ideas, throw them in chat. I've been adding a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different people. I have a whole concepts tab that I've dedicated to viewers. So, have fun. Back to collective past knowledge. Acts as a source of income for the party throughout the campaign, as the party can sell whatever knowledge they gain from their adventures to the collective. And that's all I'm writing for that. Now, you can hide this and hide this, because I'm not going to make a leader for the collective just yet, even though I desperately want to. But I need... main narrative. Okay. Yeah. And to also check out the branch of collective. Yeah. Branch of the collective of... Oh, hold on. Oh, I just said Nolge. That's hilarious. Okay, well... That's really funny that I just said Nolge. Knowledge. Okay. Explorers Union. Updated one link in one file. Yeah, makes sense. Main narrative. Collective of past knowledge. As that could be a potential source of income for them. Actually connects information and artifacts related to. Alright, I need to add that because it's a good point. Party can sell whatever knowledge or artifacts they gain from their adventures. So artifacts they gain from their adventures to the collective. Now, back to main narrative. Yeah. Party takes a visual music to the ground where they will eventually make their way to Explorers Union's Hall. There, a cutscene will play regarding. There, a cutscene will play. Okay. A squad of. Yeah. Squad of Joint Navy for Squad of Joint Naval Forces. Walks into the. Oh wait, my chat is working. Awesome. Love to see it. Finally figured that out. Hello, welcome to the stream. New viewer. This is me just writing D&D campaign notes. And I just am writing out the main narrative to figure out what happens. If you have any ideas, put them in chat. I'm cool with adding pretty much anything to this. I have an entire concepts tab for just viewer suggested things. And I will credit you. Whee! This one guy gave me a ton of ideas. Alright. Joint Naval Forces Squad walks into the Explorers Union. Walks into the hall. They make a big showing of. They make a big show. They are led by Squad Captain Harold. What did I name him? I think I called him Harold Longshell. Longshell. That's getting added to the dictionary. God damn it. Add it to dictionary, please. Thank you. By by Squad Captain Harold Marshall. And he makes a big show of approaching. Of approaching the main desk and handing a slip of paper, handing a piece of paper to the receptionist. Afterwards, he turns around and gestures to the crowd of people in the waiting room, in the waiting area. So those of you... Oh, how do I want to write this? This is the first bit of dialogue I've actually written because I need it to be, like, slightly rehearsed. Damn it. To those of you looking for fame... looking for vengeance. The recent tragedy that befell our those of you looking for vengeance against the recent tragedy that befell us all, or those looking for fame and fortune, I have come to you all with a proposal. I've come to you all with a mission. Formal request from Chief Admiral himself. Come to you all with a formal request from Chief Admiral Oscar Cervik. From temporary Chief Admiral Oscar Cervik. Who's asking for of a certain caliber to a high enough caliber. How the hell do I spell caliber? Is it caliber? Okay, sure. Why not? To those of you looking for vengeance against the recent tragedy that befell us all, or those looking for fame and fortune, I've come to you all with a formal request from temporary Chief Admiral Oscar Cervik, who is asking for Explorers Union representatives of a high enough caliber to explore a certain island located far east of this location. Located due east of this location. Due to some trustworthy intelligence gathered. Come to y'all with a former question, Chief. Operation with the collective. Who is asking for Explorers Union representatives of a high enough caliber to explore a certain island located due east of this location. Due to this trustworthy island since we gathered, we have reason to believe this unnamed island may hold the key to understanding. Key of finding out. Key of revealing what exactly happened. Lose this on the island. High enough rank to explore a certain island located due east of this location. Just some trustworthy intelligence together, we have reason to believe that this unnamed island may hold the key to revealing what exactly happened 2 months ago. However, as each squad we have sent there has not made it back alive. All personnel we have sent to investigate have not returned. Just warn you, this will be a dangerous mission, as all personnel we have sent to investigate have not returned. Okay, To those of you looking for vengeance against the recent tragedy that befell us all, or those looking for fame and fortune, I have come to you all with a formal request from temporary Chief Admiral Oscar Servic in collaboration with the Collective of Past Knowledge, who is asking for Explorers Union representatives of a high enough rank to explore a certain island due east of this location. Due to some trustworthy intelligence we've gathered, we have reason to believe that this unnamed island may hold the key to unraveling what exactly happened 2 months ago. However, I must warn you that this will be a dangerous mission, as all personnel we have sent to investigate have not returned. However, but to those of you brave and strong enough to tackle this task and bring back any information 1,000 gold pieces and your pick from the Joint Naval Forces. Own personal vault. And your pick from his own personal vault. Let me ask those of you who are willing and able the perpetrator to assist us. We ask those of you who are willing and able to assist us in unraveling this mystery. Okay. Afterwards, he turns around and gestures to the crowd of people in the waiting area. To those of you looking for vengeance against the recent tragedy that befell us all, or looking for fame and fortune, I have come to you all with a formal request from Temporary Chief Admiral Oscar Servic in collaboration with the Collective of Past Knowledge, who is asking for Explorers Union representatives of a high enough rank to explore a certain island due east of this location. Due to some trustworthy intelligence we've gathered, we have reason to suspect that this unnamed island may hold the key to revealing what exactly happened 2 months ago. However, I must warn you that this will be a dangerous mission, as all personnel we have sent to investigate have not returned. But to those of you brave and strong enough to tackle this task and bring back any information you can, will be rewarded with 1,000 gold pieces and your pick from the Joint Naval Force's own personal vault. We ask those of you who are willing and able to assist us in unraveling this mystery and bringing the perpetrator of this tragedy to light. Okay, I can finally get rid of this maybe. There's actually one more thing that I need to write here, to do here, before I can get rid of this giant blurb. One of which is to go into the organization descriptions and do a bit on what these employees look like. Soldiers under the Joint Naval Forces wear plain white plain steel plated wear plate armor and carry formal issue long swords. Soldiers under the Joint Naval Forces wear plate armor and carry formal issue helmets. In the hopes of showing unity as a group instead of favoring the individual. To recognize those of a higher rank. How do I want to recognize people by rank? How do I want to... Alright. Well, I only have one viewer, so I can finally start talking to YouTube again, since I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube like I have everything else. now that they're finally gone as well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to talk to you guys all that much last stream, even though it was probably one of the more entertaining ones I've had. Just to go through with all of the progress that I've done so far. Now that I don't actually have any viewers, the we have gone through a lot of characters at this point, and a not any of those yet, but like I've basically created three whole organizations that are created this. Like, I know that I was supposed to work on the main narrative, but turns out to have a main narrative, you need to have a lot of background for the narrative to make sense to you in the first place. And I don't like creating a concept and then not exploring that concept at least a little bit, you know? So yeah. I'm gonna but let's see. It's okay. Yeah, I should have another hour before I need to go and start work. So, in that hour, I want to finish this. And in fact, honestly, I should be really close because after this like main like story point here, there's pretty much nothing to do story wise. The only things that I would like probably have to understand, or like the only things that I would probably have to elaborate on before I just kind of let the party loose in my world, because it, after this point, right, of the hey, here's the main conflict, guys. There is a formal request from pretty much all three of the main organizations that do anything in this world that are offering you this very high cash reward and all of that to go to this mysterious island. But to go to this mysterious island, you need to be a certain rank, right? And this reward is made to be incredibly enticing so that the players follow that, right? Well, they have to raise their rank within the Explorers Union before being able to take on this quest. So at a certain point after this like immediate monologue, I have a little bit of writing to do when it comes to what the party will come to understand. And after that, like after the party is fully filled in on they need to take this quest or this here, pretty much everything past this point is just going to be world building or like coming up with the end result, right? And to be honest, I want to really flesh out my world before I fully figure out what the end result is going to be, right? So, honestly, it other than a little writing past this specific point here, I can probably just delete most of this because a lot of this is just campaign notes. Like you see, like session 6 filler, roll the encounter table a few times, and then yeah. It basically there's gonna be a lot of like changes that I want to make eventually or all of that, and it's mostly just gonna be annoying fucking shit. It is gonna be shit that applies to like a specific character sometimes, and all of that. Oh my god, 100,000 is what I fucking made. Okay, whatever, dude. But yeah, it honestly, now that I've written out this monologue, this specific monologue that requires pretty much a bunch of different characters and organizations and all of that, that's been the biggest like stopping to progress, right? I have to make like every time I explain something to the party, I want to make a note of it over here so that I have a full collective of just knowledge and shit, right? So, yeah, honestly, after this, I'm gonna start going through this, and we should be really close to getting this campaign fully organized. And then I'll post a YouTube update video if I get this done in the next 55 minutes or so. All right. Don't care. No screaming uniform. It's just the opposite. Trigger show features long hedge. Harold carefully into it. Main exhibits so the yellow and stay away from the lieutenant. Yeah, no. This is whale minimum. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool. All bad. All bad writing, honestly. And unfortunately, I kind of had a feeling for most of this that it was going to be deleting and completely rewriting it. It's why I gave myself the entire month of March to do this, because I thought I'd have more shit to do. And honestly, there's going to be more shit, even more shit to do, because like when it comes to the like in general, I have this like ranking thing here. This is getting majorly simplified. I don't know why I have 8 ranks here. I don't see the point. We have the first rank here, which just needs to go on an odd job or something. Then we have the second rank here, which allows the party to register a boat. The third rank here, which is what's going to allow them to go on the quest to go to that mysterious island, is going to or allows them to accept the quest to go to this new mysterious island, is going to be at rank 3, and then rank 4 is something that you do after getting specific clearance from the oh, what's her name? I made the character that runs this, Agatha Stallard. Going to Agatha Stallard, relating all of your it's a specific application process to go through it, and once you do, you have a lot of free will, we'll say, to do with the Explorers Union. A lot of resources available to you, but that'll be much later in the campaign when that happens. Um, Now, but yeah, I mean, let's just start with reading. Honestly, I think we do this. Haven't left the shore yet. Okay, session 4 is just rolling encounter table stuff. Okay, this is again like it. All of this shit. 200 gold, dude. I had no concept of money, man. It's crazy. Okay, if they basically have to join the fray and make their way to the center, yeah, yeah, yeah. Continue writing after this point. Change the entire massacred the entire army because I got bored and they were having fun. Great, bam. Filler. Well, the encounter table changes. Okay, the change should mean have a lot of explanation for stuff. New things on the fly. I don't have to worry about going back to this figure. Lightly punting. Instead of making campaigns like that, focus on exploring and helping lead the remaining populace. Change a few things. We're going to have the archipelago already be a collection of islands, formation of which can be attributed to different volcanoes. Yeah, someone can explain why the person who created the men got the power they need is they use the energy to create the mess. Same point, instead of making it a globe type world, they can make it a plane of existence where the entire place is just one massive super volcano. Interesting. I didn't think about that. I forgot that oh. It looks like we're almost done. Okay. On that point, same point, instead of making it a globe type world, you know what? I think this is gonna go into concepts. The idea of the entire plane being a super volcano is really interesting. But yeah, don't worry about that. We don't worry about the gag temple. That was a simpler time for me yesterday. Uh the entire plane could be on top of a massive super volcano. Who knows? Maybe. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. Ah, I see. Yeah, well, leaving this up here is actually pretty funny, now that I think about it. Yeah, that makes sense. I finally decided that maybe I... Oh, yeah, Kakashka... Yeah. I'm a poop. Hello, says you. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm fine with that. It could be on top of a massive super volcano. Alright, and then what's the rest of this? Change the we would have to deal with why it's difficult to leave islands, no longer an exit. Come get the governors. Speed doesn't have the other, which was a bad idea to begin with in hindsight. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, within a span of months, it's a lot harder to explore a waterscape full of islands while starting out on islands. Okay. Well, officially, an hour 40 into like my 7th ever stream, all of the old campaign notes have been summarized. Isn't that fun? Never thought it'd be fucking possible. Oh yeah, bad item ideas, concepts, everything like that. So, now that that's happened, we have a bit of a job to do. Specifically, this thing first. Right now, hey, stop it! I don't want to hear that. Whatever. Sorry, my rabbit is being loud in the background. We need to turn island ideas into a folder. And then each island is going to be a its own note. So let's get started. Look at that. This is going to be the most annoying part, honestly. Just going through every single island idea and just going through, copying the entire bit. Actually, I don't know. You know what? Actually, here. We're going to see if this works. Because I don't know if it will. We're going to copy this while it being... needs a name. Undeath Island. There we go. This is going to be fun, isn't it? It's going to be so much easier to figure out where everything is. Oh, man. There isn't really much to talk about while I'm doing this, though, honestly. It's mostly just going to be copying and pasting. So you know what? Here is what I'm going to do. To the YouTube peoples who are watching this, I have noticed that there haven't been too many comments on any of the stuff that people are watching. And granted, I don't think a lot of people are watching these streams in the first place. And again, that is totally fine. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you need to watch more or whatever. I just don't care. Oh. But yeah, leave more comments. And this isn't even like an engagement bait thing, which granted, I will take engagement bait. But like at the end of the day, the main reason that I started doing this like on Twitch and on YouTube is because I wanted to get a bunch of a bunch of different ideas from a bunch of different people. Osna. And I don't know. I feel like we can make something really cool. If everyone starts like putting ideas in the comments and stuff. And I know that some of you have put some ideas for stuff in like a few videos of mine. But really, I've gotten like a few ideas from like the couple Twitch people that have bothered to like show up. But like that's it. Like come on guys, you got to step up your game. Like come on. Like I'm going to make a Discord, I'm going to do all this stuff, and in there you can also throw in ideas. What the hell was the name of this one? Messed up, right. Like, come on. You guys can do so much better than this. But now, well. You guys will get there eventually. Need to put a blanket over this. Okay. We're gonna new note, angler crab island. Yeah, you know. Hmm. Honestly, but like also other than that, thank you guys to those of you who are watching these streams for some reason. After today, since I have officially uh fucking what's the word? I have officially finished condensing all of the old campaign stuff, like old version of campaign, and not like new stuff that I've created. There are a couple of other things like my ranking thing, like the rank system and all of that that need like edited, but I've gotten through all of the just like paragraphs of like old notes that I wanted to take whatever ideas I wanted out of from, and it's really nice to see that that is done. And I told myself that I would make a update video on YouTube that is just me talking, and I wouldn't have to like do an entire stream on it. So yeah, new. I don't know if I'm gonna script it. I might. I might not. I'm kind of in between whether I want to script it or not. I think I might, just because. Though I don't know if I'll like do a PowerPoint on it or anything. That seems over the top for just a update. But you know, Wingord. But who knows? Oh my god, I forgot how much shit there is here. Oh well. So yeah. Look forward to that. I personally can't wait. It's been a long time since I've actually uploaded a YouTube video, and I think that it's going to be fun. Most of my stuff has just been streams. And refugee. Uh you know what? We're just going to call them Checkpoint Islands. Um yeah. That'll be easier. Hmm. Copy, island ideas, new note, Monocle. Hoo boy. That's a lot of shit, ain't it? Who knows, though? And you know what? As a bit of an update on everyone in terms of like personal stuff, I am having quite a lot of fun doing this. I know that sometimes I'm streaming to no viewers, like I have been for a little while now, but I don't care. I think at the end of the day, I've been having quite a lot of fun just thinking about my ideas out loud. Like, look, granted, I love having people that I can talk to about my ideas. That's it. That's great. But like, you also got to understand that I talk to myself about my own ideas a lot, anyways, and just it knowing that some people will look at what I'm doing and being like, "Oh, that's cool." It like that's awesome, and I'm pretty happy about that being a thing. What? Keep forgetting to remember the names. So yeah, thank you all for watching and listening to me rant. It's been a lot of fun doing this. I've been having a lot of fun, seriously, just doing this stuff. And I cannot wait to finally start doing actual like island writing streams, like just choosing an island and fleshing it out as best I can. Because honestly, after I fix up a few of the like systems that I've been wanting to fix, like what is it called? Like the ranking system and a couple of other things. Specifically, just the ranking system. Honestly, I can't think of anything else at the very moment. But yeah, as soon as I get that down, like we can just start like diving into island ideas. And like I have a couple that I've been keeping in the back of my head that I can just start writing at any time. And you know what? That would be cool. And honestly, can't fucking wait. Cannot fucking wait. This is the Lears. There's gonna be a lot of text. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, lots of text. But that's how it was here. So yeah. And almost done with this. And honestly, seeing as how I'm streaming to no viewers, and after this I don't have anything planned, and I want to think on the idea of what I want to do for the new video on YouTube, I'm probably just going to end the stream after I'm done copying these over, which is going to be in like 2 seconds. Also, I know that it has probably been incredibly slow watching me do this, but you know what? It's fine. Man, even more stuff here. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. As I've said, been having a lot of fun, and I am very happy that this has in fact taken place of me watching way too much YouTube for no reason. And I cannot wait to finally start working on the real meat of the campaign, and not just going through all of my old notes and cringing at how bad they were. Because honestly, I can imagine that you guys probably pretty tired of it too by now. So yeah, let's do this. Look at that. Nothing else in here because they're all going to be in one folder. Can finally delete this ass fucking thing. And now look at that. Look at all that. Man, I have a lot of stuff at the end of the alphabet. I'm going to have to make this closer to what I need. Oh man, this is going to be fun. Alright, I'm going to end stream. Been long enough as it is. I will talk to y'all later. I keep fucking doing that. Talk to y'all later. I keep forgetting to like actually bring OBS up and actually stop streaming. I'll see y'all soon.